Consuming responsibly has been really important to me for a long time for environmental, ethical, and economic reasons. In this video, I'm going to show you a few made in France textile brands, mostly clothing, whose products my husband and I love. I want to buy things made by people earning a living wage. I want to buy things which have a minimal impact on our planet. And I want to buy less over time, which usually means investing in quality. These are things that we have bought little by little over a long period of time, and only after considering the necessity of each item. Now they make up a good portion of the staples of our wardrobe. Things that we wear the most frequently, that we love the most, and that we're attentive to take super good care of. For me, buying responsibly often means buying secondhand from ethical brands when possible. But when I do buy something new, I try to buy something which is made locally. And since I live in France, that means buying something that is made in France. We're not talking about famous luxury brands here because I have neither the budget nor the interest in luxury brands. But there are so many smaller brands that are producing great goods that are relatively affordable. The first brand is Quintessence. This brand makes almost everything in their workshop in the north of France. I love their flowy, comfy style and their inclusivity in terms of size, and that they do pre-orders, which hopefully limits the amount that they produce overall. And I have bought a few summer dresses from them, including this one, which I bought last summer. This is the Julie. It's actually still available on the website, marked down from 110 euros, which is what I paid, to 90 now. And I have this dress, which I wear all the time. I think I bought it 3 years ago, and I don't know the model, and I don't think it's available anymore. And also, if you've watched any of my other videos, you may have noticed that I'm always wearing this sweatshirt. It's from the same brand as well. I actually bought this on Vinted secondhand, but I absolutely love it. It's a sweatshirt, but I feel like it looks dressed up enough to wear to work, and it's so comfy. This brand is known for its denim, for its jeans in particular, and for its craftsmanship. They're made in Nancy, in Lorraine. Both my husband and I each have a pair, which we wear all the time. You may have noticed me wearing them in my other videos as well. I'm wearing them today, too. I love their fit. I love the style. I feel so stylish when I'm wearing them, which is all the time. Slip Français is an impressive company with a very ambitious founder who gets a lot of press coverage for his determination to preserve employment in this sector. My husband and I both love their stuff as well. Our favorite pajama pants are both from Slip Français, and my husband even has a pair of pajama shorts that he loves. And of course, we have tons of their socks and their underwear. And I even have this pair of flowy pants that I wear all summer, but I think they might be pajama pants too. Not only do I love their products, but I also invested in a crowdfunding project they ran to raise money on the platform Lida.co for a project to help develop and preserve the made in France textile industry. I'll have to do another video about the crowdfunding site Lida as well. It's a great way to support companies that are doing wonderful work while getting paid interest as well. But of course, all investments carry risks, so be careful. Do other platforms like this exist in other countries? I assume so. Let us know in the comments, but you don't have to invest to show your support. You can just buy some cool underwear. The next brand is Splice, a brand which focuses on using linen that's grown in France. Linen is at first an environmentally friendly crop, which is then transformed into an incredibly comfortable and breathable fabric. Every step of Splice's production happens in France, which is remarkable, and their clothes are all pretty cool as well. I have a white V-neck from them for the summer that I love. The next company is Archiduchesse, which is mainly a sock company, but they're so funny and their designs are so cute. And they're quite affordable considering that they're often running this promotion where if you buy 6 pairs, you get the 7th pair for free. These are some of our Archiduchesse socks. How cute are these giraffe socks and donut socks? The next brand is 1083 or 1083. They are also mainly known for jeans, but they make other items of clothing and even shoes as well. And my husband and I each have a pair of their jeans. These are our 1083 jeans. This is my pair, which I wore almost every day for a long time. These were my go-to jeans for a while, but they've started to get a little bit worn out here. I'm not sure you can see it. And now I have my Dows, which are my go-to everyday jeans, but I still wear these occasionally. And these are my husband's pair. This is his sort of dressy pair of jeans, which he wears less frequently, but they're still in pristine condition and he still does wear them occasionally. Here are a couple other brands that my husband really likes. He likes this company Storks for their polos. There's a few of those. And then Royal Mare for their wool sweaters. Go to in the winter. And then he really likes the Gentle Factory as well. He has a pair of their jeans and he has a couple of their sweatshirts, which he really likes as well. And then this is really funny. This is a Gentle Factory sweatshirt, which he has two of, a gray hoodie. And the reason he has two is because he had first one that he wore so much that the elbows got holes in them and he had his mom repair them for him. But he also has a second version, a newer version that still has the elbows intact. His Made in France clothes actually represent a good portion of his wardrobe, and he's had these things for years and years. Of course, it's not just clothing. If you search carefully, there are also wonderful companies out there making lovely textiles for the home as well. One example, Couleur Chanvre, which uses a lot of linen and cotton, but also uses hemp, which is chanvre in French. The placemats and napkins that we have used for 10 years when we have guests are hemp and from them. And here's a little pillowcase that we have from them as well. It's usually on our bed. If you're watching this video from outside of France, I don't mean to suggest that you should order anything from these brands because that would kind of defeat the purpose. But if you are planning a trip to France soon, you should know that some of these brands have their own brick and mortar shops. So for example, Couleur Chanvre and Slip Français have boutiques in Paris, and Dao has a shop in Nancy. You can find little independent shops all over France that sell made in France goods, including some of the brands mentioned in this video. In fact, some of them are members of an organization called the Collectif des Boutiques Made in France, and if you'd like more information, you can check out their website. And if you're ever in Dijon, the city where we live, you can check out our friend Marie's shop called Slip Français. This is where we buy most of our made in France goods. She stocks exclusively made in France items, and she knows so much about the different brands that she stocks, and she has an amazing selection. Most travelers to France find themselves in Paris at some point, so if you're looking for a made in France boutique, I can recommend l'Appartement Français. I stopped by there recently when I was in Paris, and the shopkeepers were absolutely lovely, and it looks like they're open 7 days a week, so you should definitely check it out. If buying items that are made in France is important to you while you're visiting France, don't hesitate to check tags when you're shopping, and you'll see the tags will say either Fabriqué en France or Made in France, like this. I do it all the time. When you're shopping in France, look for these certification labels EPV, Entreprise du Patrimoine Vivant, and Origine France Garantie to ensure that you're buying something that was made in France. And you'll see these not just on clothing items, but on all sorts of goods. I literally had an example within reach when I was filming this video. You can see here, this is on my planner. I am often disappointed that some brands, which are known as being quintessentially French, don't produce any of their goods or only a very small portion of their goods in France. For example, Longchamp, Petit Bateau, Le Coq Sportif, or Agnès B, just to cite a few. I know that they employ many people in France as designers and as salespeople, and I know that production costs are really high in France. But there are some small companies that are managing to produce here in France, which I think is incredibly laudable. Those are the companies that I want to support with my hard-earned euros. I'm happy to have a job here in France, and I feel like buying from these brands helps to preserve other people's jobs here as well. What are some of your favorite ethical brands? What are your tips for being a conscious consumer? In my IKEA kitchen tour video, which I'll link to below, I highlighted a couple of the objects in our kitchen which were made in France. But if you're interested, I could do another video highlighting some other non-clothing related everyday objects that we have that are made in France as well. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and à bientôt!